Yo, this video is sponsored by Peculiar Sounds. Check the link down in the comment section in the description of this video to get 10% off your order. All right, let's get into this video. Yo, what up with you guys? Know it is. It's your boy John Mike back again. And today I'm excited to talk about some of the stuff that's going to be dropping at NAMM 2025. So I'm excited about being able to be out there this year. I haven't been in a couple of years, so I'm excited to jump out there. And so I've been kind of surfing, kind of seeing what is there to expect, for next week. What am I looking for? What am I going to be excited about going to see? And so I found a few things that I'm really excited about that I know for sure we're probably going to see. And one thing that I think is a rumor, but I think we're going to see it because it looks pretty obvious. And the first being something that just dropped. I literally woke up to this news this morning. Like, Korg is dropping the Kronos. They're bringing the Kronos back, boys and girls. I have the Nautilus. I've had it for a little while. I enjoy that board. I use it here in my studio, use it on productions, all that stuff like that. Really, really dope board. But it's the it was the replacement for the Kronos series. And Korg, to much less fanfare, released the Nautilus, and I don't think too many people have liked it, especially for live performance. I think it works cool as a studio board, but for live performance, I don't think that people really rock with it because they got rid of all of the faders and all of the physical controls for touchscreen, on-screen thing, and the implementation just wasn't good. So they heard everybody and said, let's bring this bad boy back. So it is back, boys and girls. The ultimate stage icon returns. Looks like they got some good in and out on here. Yeah, man, look at that. That's the 61 key version. That's probably what I'll end up getting. I'm gonna definitely grab it so I can, show it to you guys here on the channel and review it and compare it against the Nautilus. I'm excited about being able to do that. But look at this, check this out. I think one thing that's really cool is look at the design, the way they kind of threw that black wood on there. I think that's really, really dope. And then they brought the faders back. Trying to see if there's any other little details that we can zoom in on there and see. Let me know in the comments if you notice anything on there that looks cool. But yeah, I think they really won by bringing back all of the buttons and bringing back all of that stuff. So this is going to be really, really cool. And I'm looking forward to being able to check this out next week. But yeah, 61 keys, 73, of course, and the 88, which is really, really cool. Here's a top down of that or what have you. That looks really, really cool. I wish they had a little bit more detail where we can read those, but that's cool. It looks really, really dope. It also looks as if they're going to be bringing in some new sounds, 256 additional programs, a new Italian piano, and a new EP, early one. So they're bringing that in, new leads, FM pianos, leads, pads, synths. So they're going to be giving you some new sounds, 128 expertly curated sounds from Kronos sound libraries. So that's going to be dope. So you get new sounds, brand new joints that aren't anywhere on any other version of the Kronos or Nautilus, but you're also getting 128 curated sounds from the Kronos sound libraries, like expansions and stuff that they've given or what have you. So that's going to be cool. See, this with the exclusive programs and combinations. They're going to give you the best of the Triton. I think these were paid upgrades and stuff as well. I think I bought the Triton one a while back. KRS Pro splits and layers. You're getting some ensemble combinations. That's going to be cool. So they're going to be giving you all of those things. Additionally, KRS 06, CX3 signature sounds. So you're getting the organ stuff, chosen by top tier organists, bringing 256 CX3 organ programs at your fingertips, preloaded, ready to play. Dope, 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 dope. So they're back to the control, all of that stuff like that. This is exciting, and I'm excited to be able to see this. But this is something that I wanted to highlight right here that I read at the bottom of the page. And it says that basically for previous Kronos and Nautilus owners, Korg will release a sound pack in the second half of 2025 that brings the latest Kronos sounds to earlier models, ensuring every musician can benefit from Korg's ongoing innovations. Two types of preloaded data are available for the new model to support the Kronos 1X and the Kronos 2, either in either program order, and you get the Austrian piano and the Italian. So they're going to do that in the update. So that's good news. Even if you own an old Kronos or you own a Nautilus like I do, you'll be able to update and get those new sounds that they add in. So that's a benefit that I think is really, really cool. But I think I'm still going to check it out. And then they got this little iconic stack of all of the Kronoses that they released. Let me know in the comments which one of these, if you're a Kronos user, let me know which one of these guys that you actually have or what have you. Next up is another big drop from a company that had discontinued a product and bringing a new one back, and that is the Nord Organ 3. I'm excited about seeing this one. There's been rumors floating around about this guy for quite a while, and everybody like really got in their feels, you know, when it got discontinued, and then the price gouging started on old C2D models. I mean, like, I saw like a C2D at one point with a combination and all of that. Somebody was trying to sell it for like almost like 10 bands. I was like, bruh, like you lost your mind. But the Nord Organ 3 is here. I don't see anything on this page about pricing, on what they're planning on doing with that. Same with the Kronos. They haven't announced that. I'm sure we'll get that knowledge at NAMM. They're giving you refined B3 emulation. They reworked from the ground up new bravado and chorus that captures the unique character of the instrument. Classic designs. New rotary speaker. I'm interested to see how that's going to do. The Nord rotary, the Nord Leslie built-in emulation is really, really good. It's probably the best that they, you know, that they have on any, you know, like clone wheel, so to speak. So I'm interested to see how much better it's going to be. I heard a little bit in the video that they dropped the other day, but you know, you're hearing it in the context of a band playing, so you can't really like enjoy it. But this is going to be cool to see what they do with that. Transistor and pipe organs. They got expanded effects with reverb section with 6 types, including brand new spring reverb and booth and room, and that's really, really cool. The new rotary pre-rotary feature allows the reverb to be placed before the rotary speaker. That's cool. That's going to be interesting to see some of these effects and how they kind of got this going or what have you. But like, let's take a look at the I almost call it the C3, but the Nord Organ 3, as they're calling it, versus the Nord C2D or what have you. And this is the old Nord, and then this is the new one, the 3. You know what I mean? So take a look at the differences. One thing that sticks out to me is that they finally brought a bigger screen here. That's really, really cool, because they had this little baby screen on the C2D, which was cool for just giving you some basic information, but it's still like that little tiny baby LCD situation that ain't really giving you much. Now you get this expanded kind of big, large, which is the same they got on like the stage 4 and in the, you know, Wave, and their same, you know, ones or what have you. But it also looks like, let's look at the top part. I'm just not gonna spend too much time here, but we're just comparing some of the differences in the two. So let's get here. Look at that organ model right here. And you guys can kind of see, I'm not going to like go over each component. I'm just going to kind of scan the top so we can kind of get the gist of what they've added. There's the reverb, percussion, drawbar layout. It's pretty much the same. They just kind of changed the coloring, click level. Looks like we got some new options. So looking at all of those. Yeah, I like the layout a little bit better, of course, here on that. So I'm interested to check this out, and you guys let me know if you guys, you know, pump or dump, what you think about it. It's been a while since they discontinued this, so it's good to see it come back. I was expecting them to call it the C3D or something like that, but they went with Nord Organ 3. So let me know what you guys think about it down in the comment section. Now, this third one is a rumor that dropped a couple of days ago. I found it on Reddit, and it says there's a leak going on around NAMM by Roland called the V Stage. And I had some people drop a couple of comments on something I did on Facebook the other day, and they were talking about this is how I found it. I think this looks pretty legitimate, that Roland is looking to challenge Nord. I think everybody's trying to dethrone Nord for the stage piano, so everybody's copying them in this workflow because they're seeing how it's working. So I like Roland pianos. I think they make really good pianos. I've been a Roland guy for decades. I grew up on Roland. First real keyboard was a Roland RD500. That was my first like 88 key keyboard I ever bought back in the 90s. So like, yeah, and then I played on RD700s and stuff. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with this. But just this leak looks pretty legitimate. If somebody took the time to mock this up, then there's a lot to that or what have you. Let's see if we can blow this up and get some really big shots of this, because this is cool. Look at that. It's kind of laid out like the Nord. You got the drawbars over here, center stage, LCD effects says synth section. I think when you go over here, there's this, there's the acoustic piano, there's the electric piano, and then I think it's a synth section. So look at that. So it's definitely like a copy one-to-one of what Nord is doing, but with Roland. With a Roland flair on it. So that's pretty interesting to see. And I can definitely see I can definitely see Roland doing this because there's precedence. They have an organ. You got the whole organ thing that we used to have back in the day. I used to have a VK7 back in the day, and then I had a V, I forgot what it was called. It was like another V one that had an organ built into it. That was the original kind of like stage piano situation they had. But then they have electric pianos. They have the synths, of course, Roland synths. So this could prove to be a real challenge to the Nord. And so I'm definitely interested to see if this is going to pop up next week. And I'm also interested to get my hands on this when it does drop and try to do a head-to-head against that. And then the Yamaha one that Yamaha dropped, I think the YC1 or something like that. So I think that's going to be really, really cool to see. If I don't see anything else but these three boards, the Korg, you know what I mean, and the Nord and the Roland, I'm going to be a happy camper at NAMM next week. But you guys can let me know what you think down in the comment section if you think that, you're excited about it like I am, you know what I'm saying? So this is going to be cool. Now, a couple of other honorable mentions is Behringer. They're going to be back at NAMM this year for the first time in a long time. And I can see why, because they have been dropping a ton of new like synthesizers, and they've kind of gotten their way into like dropping all of these vintage, clones of all of these different, vintage boards. So I'm really expecting to see a lot of these pop up at next week at NAMM, at the Behringer booth. So I'm definitely going to pop by them guys to see what they kind of locking in with the what have you. Now, just honorable mentions for my other like non-keyboard people that may pop in on here. There's some new guitars. This is on the Sweetwater website where they're confirming some stuff that they know there's going to be there. These are some new things from like Ibanez and basses. I'm not a guitar player or a bass player or anything like that. So man, it's $9,700 for that guitar. That's crazy. But yeah, they got these are some new things that I'm pretty sure guitarists are gonna be really enthralled to go check out. Live sound stuff that's from these different companies, Audix and drums. These are some just different ones. Let me know if any of these things kind of jump out at you, if you are a drummer or a guitarist or a live guy that's interested, even some of the band stuff, So I'm definitely going to be out there next week. So if you are at NAMM next week, please come holler at your boy. If you see me walking around, probably going to have on a MALGA shirt or a MALGA hoodie, you know what I mean? So it's going to be really easy to spot me or find me. Come say what's up if you're in the city. If you're there, I love talking to people. I love connecting with people. So please hit me up if you're out there. All right. I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. I'm out. Holla at your boy.